Thank you.
If you ever plan to motor west.
We are here live at Prasino, right here in streets of St. Charles, and wow, do I sound like I'm in some sort of big, like,
It's a little echoey
auditorium.
in here, but
So
we'll be
wait
all
a
right.
minute, I'm a bit confused right now.
Don't be
because
confused because
that's not the song.
yes, it is.
What happened to our new intro with your voice?
It didn't work right.
It's stuff all over you.
I know. Quit being a mom,
It
will
didn't
ya?
work out
Gee
right.
whiz.
So Gordon has taken our song, and everybody's like saying, "Let's hear Gordon's voice." You know, we'd like to hear him intro. So he made this great intro, and I was waiting for it to be debuted right now tonight.
Well,
and you
it's
let
gonna
me
have to wait.
down.
It's gonna have to wait till the next show.
Oh my goodness gracious! How many days do you need?
There was an issue with transferring it, so
All right. Well, we are here, like we said, at
Kelly just thinks
Prasino.
everything magically happens. So just push a button and everything's done.
Well,
But
it
takes
should.
time. Well, yeah.
It should.
Chris
I don't know how
understands
many
the,
months.
production side of
You know,
it.
he did
Doesn't
this
all-
like a long time ago, so I don't really understand where anything went wrong. But so I guess you have to wait till another show.
Yeah, I
And we'll
know.
see
Here
what
we
excuse he comes up with. So the show is brought to you by Streets of St. Sorry, it is not brought to you by Streets of St. Charles. Although they are an advertiser in the magazine, it's actually brought to you by City Lifestyle Magazine, St. Charles County, Chesterfield, and Clayton City Lifestyle Magazines. We go to 15 zip codes, over 45,000 homes, and gosh, maybe 3,000 businesses. Every single month, we directly mail it to you, bringing you great advertisers, amazing stories, and it's very hyper-local about the people and the businesses that are within it. So we're very proud of it. And yes, we're at Streets of St. Charles, and the reason why is because St. Louis Crisis Nursery, which is an awesome organization that we're always doing what we can to support it, and Prasino is doing that as well.
And we're gonna have to find out how many years they've been doing this because I know we've been a part of this for what, maybe 5, 6 years? No.
And I was doing it before I met you.
Yeah.
At West County Mall is where,
So it's
where it
been-
was.
been
So
quite a while, yeah.
they really kind of grown and brought it. So it's happening here at Streets of St. Charles, but it's also happening in West County, I think Frontenac, and we're going to be able to find out those details, of course, from the people that are behind this event. And of course, you can see our aprons here. We'll be wearing those soon and helping to act like we're waiting
So if you're
tables.
watching this live right now, get down here and bring your money and bring your credit cards
Your money.
and bring your children. I mean, we'll take anything. We can auction off anything tonight. So we need to make some money for other children that need help right now.
And
And
you've already
so come
gone on
down.
the auction, right?
I've already gone on and
Talk
put my
about that.
tickets in to get you your birthday present.
Perfect. So what we do with our show, In Your City Show, I'm Kelly, this is Gordon, is what we do is, that's exactly what we do. We go around your city. I mean, we've been to the Air Show, Spirit of St. Louis Air Show. We've been to parties in the park, you name it. We get invited to some great locations and come out there so we can show you what's in your city. And right now, we're going to show you Prasino. So with us, we have Aaron Hicks. He is the operations manager here of this restaurant that we frequently dine, we have to let you know. We love this place.
I'd love to hear that.
You know, it's super cool because it's not just about coming here for the evening. I've had pancakes here, and you can have them up to 3 o'clock.
Yes, that is true. Definitely a house favorite, the pancakes in here.
Yeah.
100%.
Tell us a little bit about the experience of Prasino.
Sure. Prasino, we like to say, is an American eclectic restaurant that sources as much organic, local, natural product as possible to make our cuisine and to source our beverage program. We always say as possible because we like to be upfront with our guests. If something's not organic, we do not say it is. We just had to build that trust. We opened in Earth Day of 2013. So
Yes.
one of the first restaurants, I would say, definitely of our kind and caliber, maybe on this side of the river in the St. Charles County area. But, we've been almost 9.5 years now. So
Isn't that incredible?
serve brunch every day that we are open, currently Tuesday through Sunday until 3 p.m., which is a big draw for us. And of course, I don't know, we like to say we have kind of a fine dining style cuisine with a upscale, laid back attitude. Does that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah, no.
That's good.
Absolutely. It's
My
a
favorite is the omelet, the ham and Swiss cheese.
Yeah, sure. That's our
Delicious.
classic omelet. Absolutely.
My
yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
I get the ahi tuna all the time.
Oh, that's a lovely
'Cause
one.
You know,
It's
we were
delicious.
here for a major event, and that was the Blues winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, sitting right at
Sitting
that bar.
right at the bar.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. Yeah.
You're watching it live.
That was a big draw. I love that. I love to see that. That's good.
It doesn't matter what it is. I had my daughter's college graduation event, kind of a family dinner. We had that here. We've come here for breakfast. It was my mom and our favorite place here to come for lunch. So you can really do it all when you come here. It's not something, it's not pretentious. It's not overwhelming. It's not intimidating. It's very comfortable.
I appreciate that. We do try to make it one of those places where you can just go for lunch or brunch, and or you can come here for a special occasion as well. So that's great.
I can't believe it's been 9 years. I actually was on another radio show, 2, 3 prior to the last one that I was on, and Tony came in. You
Yeah.
were just getting open, and we interviewed him talking about this restaurant. And then we came in here the first time. We're like, are we in another state? This is not. This isn't St. Charles.
Sure. Yeah. So Chef Tony is our executive chef owner as well, so owner-operator. So he has been here, like me, since we opened the doors back in 2013. So
Fantastic.
he's built this place from the ground up to what his own vision was, and it's gone very well. You know, we try and give a nice place, not just to be to eat at, but to work as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for our crew.
Well, I love that. The place is wonderful. We appreciate so much that you're a part of the St. Louis Crisis Nursery event. We hope that people will come out here, take part in this event. You get your tickets. A portion of the proceeds, of course, are going to be going to support them. So it's a perfect cause to get out tonight. It's gorgeous weather and be able to enjoy drinks, beverages, sit down, have dinner, appetizers, whatever that might be. Now, right now, it is like after 4. So are there any like happy hour specials going on if they get here now?
Absolutely. We do have a happy hour that we run Tuesday through Friday from 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. Yes.
Oh, that's a long happy hour, actually.
You better believe it.
Wow, we'll have to take part of that as soon as we're done. All right, Aaron Hicks, operations manager here at Prasino, right here at the streets of St. Charles. If you haven't been here, you're missing out on a great place to dine alone, with your friends, on a date, whatever it might be. Maybe you might get engaged here. You never know. Baby shower.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So we're in a private room right here, and then there's another one in back, which I came to a baby shower. So you can have private events as well.
That's correct. We have 2 private event areas that can be reached. We have an event coordinator to set all that up. We have one smaller room that people use for smaller events or maybe office meetings, and then bigger ones that we have done everything from baby showers to rehearsal dinners, things of that nature. But yeah, we try to do our best to accommodate all types of events.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Aaron Hicks himself right here at Prasino, and we look forward to seeing you over and over and again. Thank you so much, and tonight should be great.
Thank you for
Looking
having me.
spiffy,
both.
brother.
Thank
Looking
you
spiffy.
very much. I appreciate that.
Looking great. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. That was Aaron Hicks, and now we are going to take it on over. We're going to meet Diane Miller, and she is the CEO. Got a lot of big people coming here on the show today. We got the operations manager here at Prasino, and now we're going to say hello to you. So thank you so much, Aaron. We appreciate it. All right. So Diane, come on over. Have a seat. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it.
You were taking your headphones off. I thought, did
Well,
you
I
think the
wanted
show's
to-
over?
Show isn't
I go, where's
over.
she going?
Just,
We're
I
still
gotta,
live here,
we gotta,
folks.
We got to greet. God, thank you so much. All right. Hi, Diane. You can go ahead and put those on that kind of help you to hear yourself better in the microphone and know that everyone else is hearing you as well. So welcome to the In Your City show. We appreciate you being here, and we'll get you a little bit closer to your mic so they can hear you really well. You are the CEO of the St. Louis Crisis Nursery, and I know, gosh, been supporting you for a long time. We enjoy the ability of having our gorgeous publications that we can support and be able to help you as well in your endeavors to keep growing the organization. I always think it's so hard when we talk to different organizations that we're supporting, because we're so glad to be a part of it and be able to have a way to support, but it makes me so sad in my heart that the reason why we're having to do this is because there are so many children or people that are suffering in this world that we have to give a hand to.
Thank you, and that's what makes you guys so special, is you feel it in your heart, and so you show up, and you're always available to us, and we really, really appreciate it. And every time that we've been in your magazine, someone has called and said, how can I help?
I'm so glad to
and I'm
hear
sure
that.
that'll
Gave me
happen-
goosebumps.
That'll happen again tonight.
Well, I appreciate so like Gordon was saying earlier, gosh, I mean, I can remember being at West County Mall. That was my first one. It was many years ago, and here you are still now growing, and not just in one location, but all over. So First of all, we are gonna get into the event and talk about that more. There's auction items going on. They can come here and dine, plus several places to be able to be a part of it. But let's really let people know that might not really understand what St. Louis Crisis Nursery is all about. If you could really give them more information.
Thank you. That's my favorite thing to talk about, as you might imagine. So we've actually been around for 36 years. And our mission and the reason that we show up every day is to prevent child abuse and keep kids safe. So it's save babies' lives, keep kids safe, and build strong families. And our goal is to keep the families together. We never want kids to have to go to foster care or become wards of the state if we can prevent that, and it is possible.
And how do you do that? How does that
Yeah.
work to keep abuse from happening or
Yes.
keep families together?
Yes. Yeah, families just need to know that help is available and they're not going to be judged, and that it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Part of the magic is that we're at 15 different locations. So we have 5 actual nurseries, and then we have 10 family empowerment centers. And so we don't want families to have to travel too far.
Sure.
You know, there was a time when
Sometimes they can't.
They don't have a car, they don't have gas, it was so expensive. And there was a time here in St. Charles when families had to travel all the way down to St. Louis
Oh,
if they
wow.
wanted to use a crisis nursery.
Sure.
But then with the help of SSM St. Joseph Health Center and the Family Stress Council, we started a crisis nursery out here. And that's been going now for 30 years.
That's incredible.
Isn't that amazing? And then the mayor of Wentzville called and said, what do we need to do to get a crisis nursery in Wentzville?
Or, is that Gucciano?
Nick's a great guy. Yeah.
Yes. And I said the stars just need to align, and they did. And SSM stepped up again, along with Tom Hughes. I always like to give Tom, T.R. Hughes, the
Oh, yeah.
builder.
Tom-
Had him on the cover of one of our magazines.
Oh, he's still in here, right?
He's still in there, yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Does that name look
there
familiar?
you go. I love Tom Hughes and his son. They are just
Jason.
wonderful. Jason, I'll never forget what they did to help us open that nursery out
Yep.
there. It makes me a little teary.
Aw.
But and then up in North County also, BJC stepped up at Christian Hospital, and we have a nursery up there too. So the 5 nurseries, CCRB out here, Bruce Zawatsky is a hero and an angel to us, very, very supportive. So those are the nurseries. And again, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We never close. So in the middle of the night, if a single mom is feeling such stress and maybe the baby's crying and won't stop and she doesn't know what to do, and she has no family to help her, she doesn't know
Yeah.
her neighbors.
You don't realize that. Not everybody has somebody.
There are so many people, Kelly, that just don't have anybody, and we want to be there for them, and we are. So if they call at 2 o'clock in the morning, we're going to answer the phone.
incredible.
The staff is amazing and wonderful, and you'll get to meet some of them tonight, and you're going to be really impressed. And they help listen first, and then come up with a plan that parent feels good about. And a lot of times, about 40% of the time, they just need somebody to listen and
Sure.
problem solve. The other 60% of the time, they need to bring their kids into the nursery.
So this is over 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had where you've embraced and been face to face with one of those babies that you have helped, where they've come back to let you know we were one of the children?
We've had several
Wow.
of those, and it is so heartwarming, and we absolutely love that. And one that I remember is she was in high school when she came back, and she looked around, and she looked at us, and she said, "It feels the same." And I said, "Honey, what do you mean?" And she said, "I can feel the love."
Really?
Yes, I can feel the love.
It is. Look at him. Holy mackerel. I wish I could zoom in on those right now.
They're
Yeah.
poking
Man.
out all over the
Yes.
place.
So if somebody's listening that needs to feel the love and they're in crisis and they need some help, call the crisis nursery. We really want to
And that
reach
is
out.
so important. It really is. Women, men, whoever it may be, make a phone call if you're feeling stressed, because I can say this firsthand that we have a men's Bible study, and there was a woman who took her child's life because she was stressed and she was messed up in the head, and there was just something going on, and that little boy died. And it's like, and now it's the family, the whole family suffering. The grandparents are suffering, the husband's suffering, the other little boy suffering, and it's like you just never know when in an instant something's going to happen, triggering your mind, and there's got to be some place to go or someone to call, and that's what's so great now that you guys have that.
Mental health issues really are, and especially during COVID, it has really increased. Substance abuse has increased. So we're doing everything we can to let our community know that help is available. It's free of charge. It's 24 hours a day, birth through age 12. The kids stay with us usually 3-4 days. 99% of our kids go back home because of our family empowerment program. And you're going to meet Kayla in a little bit, and she's a family empowerment counselor, and she's going to talk with you about what they do and how it works. But the results are absolutely amazing. And I've been with the nursery for quite a while, and so I've gotten to see some of the parents that came in when they were at the worst in their lives, and sometimes it's domestic violence. We had one young lady that had her jaw broken, and it was just horrible, but we wrapped our arms around her, and we walked with her and got her in a safe place and got her kids safe, and we just kept working and working and working with her. And today she's gainfully employed. She has her own house. She's happy.
And that's what it's about.
And we have hundreds and hundreds of those success stories. So this model really works. This program works.
Yeah, because we, us that may have one of those calm and loving lives and going home and food on the table and things that you need, and we get upset because, oh gosh, I don't have anything to wear today.
Yes.
I don't like my outfit. I feel fat. I mean, there's some real issues out there in the world, and there's people that are suffering, and we have to remember that there's those that need us out there. Life is not that easy, and like you said, COVID, my gosh, what that did to families with so many levels, of being home together and not being able to go to school and be able to get the food that they need that sometimes they depend on just from their school lunches.
That's exactly right. So we did so many door drops where we packed up the food, the diapers, and the formula, and we went to their houses, we knocked on the door, and we said, here you go.
Yeah.
You need this, here you go, we're going to help you. We did telehealth sessions so that we were on Zoom and on the phones, and offering that support, keeping the hope alive. Just keep
Never
giving
again
hope.
should we be separated from one another, ever.
Right.
We need to stay there and be able to take care of people and never be told to not be there.
Exactly.
Never
right.
should happen again.
That's exactly right. And then the formula crisis too that happened. And the Crisis Nursery stepped up there too. Our best friends, our board members went shopping everywhere that they could go to find formula. And so we were able to take care of all of our babies that we care for. And it's about 3,000 kids a year that we're caring for.
Oh my
But then we
gosh.
were able to call families that we knew had babies and ask them if they needed a little extra help.
Sure.
And there were days when 5, 6, 7 families would show up and need formula. And diapers. Oh, I have to do a shout out to the MG family.
Yes, please.
The Pooper Troopers. Pooper Troopers.
What do you do for a living? I'm a pooper trooper.
The MG family, they are absolutely amazing. They have gathered 1 million diapers for us over the years.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're going to be doing it again in September. So if people would just kind of pay attention to that on our website, we'll be doing social media around that. And I'm so excited about that. That helps so many families. If you've seen a diaper rash on a baby,
Oh, I have.
It's just so painful.
Yes.
So, and those extra diapers that we get from the Pooper Troopers, and Aldi's also participates. I know it is Justin's
Hard to
gonna-
keep a straight face when you mention pooper trooper.
I know. And he has a jacket that he wears that represents that. So the family's just wonderful. And we love that when families embrace our families. And
Fantastic.
families helping families and kids helping kids. We have a lot of kids that do projects for us and gather books. And we'll be doing the holiday program called
Right.
Holiday Hearts. That's coming up.
Yeah, so
There's
many wonderful
so
things.
much going on.
And sometimes it's not even the event. If someone can't be an event or someone can't volunteer, be there for something, you can always donate something. You can, whether it's money or diapers or something that might be needed, you can give a hand in some way. Because not everybody can attend an event or be able to do certain things, but volunteering in some sort of fashion can be a life-saving
You are exactly
help.
right. And I love this event tonight because there's no ticket price.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to
Right.
come. Just come out to one of our many restaurants and have a cocktail or have dinner and support the Crisis Nursery. You'll really be making a difference.
That'd be fantastic. And will we be talking to Julie more about that? Or I want to make sure that we get the information about the event and what's going on and the auction items and things that we've pulled up as well, so who will you look forward to of letting us know a little bit more about tonight?
Well, any one of us can tell
Okay.
you a little bit more about
Perfect.
it. We're all kind of involved with it, but we're really excited to have you all here. We're going to be going down to Cafe Napoli and meeting with Laura
Yeah.
Hediger. We're excited about that.
And that's down in Clayton. So
That's
we were
in
talking about
Clayton.
different areas because I know
Yes.
I know Mayor Dan Borgmeyer, he's
Yep.
going to be coming in through here, John Carney,
Yes.
Kent Ehrhardt,
Yep.
the stormtroopers, not the pooper
Yes.
troopers, but the stormtroopers. Snow White. I was disappointed because she's not bringing the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, next year.
So I was
Ellie,
looking
next year
forward to
we'll do
that. You've got at your different locations Tinkerbell, The Magician, Blues Cruise. There is several different celebrities of all types that are going to be coming through the different locations and saying hello.
Yes, that's exactly right. We spread it out so people didn't have to travel too far and tried to make each location just as fun as it possibly could be. So it is a little different than other years, but we have the Star Jars now that people
Yes.
contribute to.
And ours is number 1305 if you would like to contribute to our Star Jar.
That'd be great.
You can go online to crisisnurserykids.org/events, and the the celebrity night for Crisis Nursery will come up. There's over 100 celebrities that are participating, and then of course you have dozens of restaurants. The auction items, which I know you went on to it, Gordon, which hopefully we're going to win the diamond
gotta
earrings,
win.
right?
$5,000 diamond earrings.
That's
Wouldn't they be
incredible.
beautiful on
They
her?
would
Yes,
be
they
beautiful.
would be.
Oh,
And it would
gosh.
save me a lot of money for her birthday coming up.
I would really, really like that. So actually, it's so simple because I just went to the website, and then it takes me actually right to the auction items that they have. Let's see, or did I? No, here we go. Click here. Auction raffle. It's so
There it
simple.
is.
Now, I
There
was
it
told
is.
it ends at 8 p.m.
Yes.
So that you need to make sure if you've been trying to win that item, except for the earrings, right? Because we don't want
Right.
anyone else bidding on those. But you have things. So those are by Vincent Jewelers, which is a
Yes.
really big. I guess, supporter of your events, I should say.
Leo is a #1 fan of the Crisis Nursery. So if you're starting your Christmas shopping, go to Vincent Jewelers and buy
Yeah.
all your diamonds
Did you
there.
hear that?
He will take good care of you. But also that One Cardinal Way apartment that we
Yeah.
have, that's Bill Seedoff. He's on our advisory board. He's amazing. He made that happen. And
It's going to be a suite, I think,
Yeah.
that a stay maybe for 2 nights.
2 nights.
Is
Who
there-
wouldn't want to do that?
I hope there's a game going on. Right?
Oh,
That
I
would be so
hope
much
so.
fun.
Yes.
You've got fun in Disney World. You've got a beach getaway on
Yep,
there.
yep.
Now this one's whoops! I went a little too far. I was going down to my jar here all of a sudden quickly. A Coach purse, but Pitbull. Let me see. What the
Yes,
heck
out
was
in
Pitbull?
Las Vegas. Yes, Carrie Crocker helped us with that.
So it's the concert that you'll go to.
It's a VIP tickets out in Las Vegas. So
You've got everything from McGurk's restaurant.
Uh-huh,
There is an Invicta watch.
A
I mean,
couple.
there's really there is so much. If you want to go to Kitchen Social and cook,
Yep.
Petropolis Pet Care. So go on there, take a look for yourself, be able to see the auction items. But remember, 8 p.m., that auction is going to shut down. So you're going to want to make sure that you get on there and do that as well. And if you're not on there and you want to stop in again at one of the restaurants and be able to enjoy a meal, maybe it's even just a cocktail, everything's going to help.
yeah, no ticket price, and every dollar that you spend on our auction or our raffle will go stay right here in our community.
That's
and go
important to know.
Directly to our kids. So please, please, please be generous and help us meet our goal so we can keep caring
Which
for
that goal
babies.
is $85,000, which will keep 250 children safe.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
We really
thank you.
appreciate Diane Miller, CEO here at St. Louis Crisis Nursery. We are live on location right now at Prasino's Restaurant in Streets of St. Charles. And up next, I believe we're going to talk to Kayla Stratman. She's the Crisis Nursery Family Empowerment Program social worker. That's a long title to have.
It is, isn't it?
I mean,
Yes.
try to sign off on that all
Yeah.
the
Took
time.
me a while to type it
Yeah.
in, too.
she's doing such an amazing job, and she actually is going to be helping us open in Lincoln County in Troy in partnership
fantastic.
with Mercy Hospital. So here we grow again.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Keep growing. I think there was only one house when I first, I did an event at Mid Rivers Mall when it like first opened, and you had, I think you had your downtown, but you were opening, you had opened in St. Charles. And so look at, I mean,
Look
it's
at
just
us
incredible.
now.
Yeah.
And we're not done.
No, of course you're not done. There's too many children that need you,
That's
which is
right.
sad that that
Yep, but we
is-
want to be here to help them,
but you're there.
and we do it. So
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thanks
All
for
right.
helping us.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Diane. We'll
I
see
could
you
talk
on
to you
Monday.
all night, but I better
love
get
it.
going. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sure you've got all these other people that are wanting to say hello to you, so we're going to let you go do what you do and empower the community. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
It's like whip in, come out, whip in, whip out. Appreciate it so much. So you've got one heck of a title. Do you actually know it by heart?
Family empowerment social worker.
There you go. You're not
Yes.
just a social worker, but you're a family empowerment person. So I love that. Oh, wow. Let's show those off. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Kayla. It's not about you
No, that's
anymore.
okay.
It is about these earrings. Those are absolutely gorgeous. So those are donated by Vincent Jewelers for tonight's auction. So if you've not put your bid in, it's all about getting online and be able to do that. And that website, again, let me go back to it unless you know it by heart, Kayla. I'm
do.
going to backtrack. Say it.
It's www.crisisnurserykids.org.
And then you can go on there and then click. You can click Star Jars, auction, raffle, and again, our number is 1305. Just go ahead and throw that out there a little bit. So with your position and when it comes to empowering, you're a social worker, tell us what you do on a day-to-day basis for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery.
Yeah, so my day looks different pretty much every day, honestly.
sure it does.
So I wear a lot of hats. Some of my families, we work on financial stability. Some of my families, we work on...
Here, you better take these so I don't take them home with me
I noticed.
accidentally.
I noticed when I got up and walked away with them, everybody was watching me.
Security guards came in, bouncers.
Yeah, so we do a lot of things in our program. Some of it is counseling and one-on-one support for parents.
Okay.
Some of it is parent education groups and support groups, so that parents know that they're not alone and that we're here to support them, and there are other parents in the community that want to support them as well. We also do basic needs support, so we help out with diapers and wipes and formula and hygiene, just anything that families might need for their family that they struggle to be able to afford.
And sometimes people let their pride get in the way when they really need help. And if someone has a family member or maybe a best friend or a good friend and they know they're struggling, tell them about St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Let them know that you do not have to feel less or embarrassed by asking for help. You want to do that for yourself and then for your children. And
Yes.
the parent needs it just as much as that child, because to be able to teach them and educate them so that they can bring that into the home and help to raise their children. We get no manual when it comes to having children. You have them, and then you have to hope that maybe you had a good upbringing, or maybe you're in a good life, or you have some help. I can remember, I wasn't in a hardship way, but I can remember the first time just giving my first child a bath. I was terrified.
Absolutely.
And so things can be much larger than that. And when you have things compounding on top of it, to be able to have help and support, and if you're in an abusive situation or struggling and you don't have the money to feed your child, I mean, I get the stress that can be on a parent. And sometimes it's not just the mother, sometimes it's the father that's left to raise the child.
Absolutely.
And they don't know what to do.
Yes. I was going to say, there's a lot of hats that we wear in the family empowerment program, but each of us know that until we can meet those basic needs, if a mom doesn't know or a dad doesn't know how they're going to feed their kiddo tomorrow night, anything else that we're working on is not truly going to sink in. And
Right.
so we know we have to start at that very basic level before we can start working on anything higher than that. And so being an agency that does provide basic needs support is something that is so important to me, and I'm just so proud that we're able to provide that support for our families.
So if you have the ability to come out tonight to one of the locations here at Streets of St. Charles, or maybe it's out in West County or Frontenac and some of the areas, do you know some of the area where it's taking place?
I want to say Webster Groves and Clayton and St. Charles, and I think we have some city location restaurants that are participating.
If they go online right now, would they be able to find out the places where that's at?
Absolutely.
Because, when you're talking about the needs of families, for us that could afford, whether it's to have an appetizer or a dinner or a drink or whatever it might be, to realize that just that little bit of time that we can take to go out and purchase something in one of your location is going to help take care of a child. And like we said, $85,000 is your goal, and that is a lot of money, but that's only taking care of 250 children.
As crazy as that sounds.
Which is one too many that need help, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So we really, really need your support. It's really a fun thing for us who get to come out and enjoy purchasing something and enjoying the evening, but for other people, they don't have that ability to go out. They don't have the ability to get their child diapers or formula.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to do that and know that it's going to give back, and we've got quite a goal to be able to reach this evening to help these children. So get out there.
Very
and
well
if you
said, Kelly.
and if you can't get out, you can absolutely send a check, right?
Yes.
You can call and
Send
donate.
a check.
And
There you go. There's your age.
There's my sorry.
Who does checks?
Venmo.
Go online.
Whatever it might be, however you drive by and hand it to them, whatever it takes. And even if you can if you could afford $1, can you imagine if 100 people just gave $1 or $5? That might be all you can do, but it's definitely going to, to change a life.
Absolutely. Every penny truly does count, and our community shows up for us in such big ways. And it's the community that keeps us going. We couldn't do it without them.
So if someone's listening and they have a family member or a friend that needs some help, how do they go about getting the help? You're the social worker. You're the person that's helping to educate and figure out a plan of what they need. What do they do?
Yeah, so they can call our 24-hour helpline. They can call any of our crisis nursery locations. They can call any of our outreach centers, and all of those can be found on our website. We're all over the St. Louis and St. Charles and now Lincoln County region and Jefferson County. We're all over the place. But we have lots and lots of people that will answer at any point in time that want to get them connected to whoever can help serve them and help get their needs met.
And no one will have to know about it?
No.
This is a very private matter?
Absolutely. I have some of my clients that they call me their counselor friend, or, they'll say mommy's friend whenever I come in, because it is a very private thing and it's hard to open up and it's hard to admit that sometimes you need a little bit of help, but we're so judgment-free, and parents, it does take some time sometimes to have parents open up to us and to start working with us, but when they do, it's such a breath of fresh air. I actually just yesterday had a mom tell me, I think you saved my life, and that's not something that I or any of my coworkers take lightly, and it's...
And taking care of a child or abusive or situations happen, it isn't always somebody who doesn't have money.
No.
Sometimes it's a situation that someone's in where they have quite a bit of money, but they don't have any way of taking it with them and being able to take care of their child. Sometimes people stay in situations for fear of leaving that they won't be able to feed or take care of their kids. So it's not about just if you don't have $1. It's making sure that child is safe.
Absolutely, yes. I have parents, and that's the amazing thing about our program too, is that there is no money restrictions on our services. We serve anyone that needs our help with a kiddo ages birth through 12. And so I have families that are all over the place as far as financial stability. And some of my families are very financially stable, but struggle in some of those other areas that we help out with. So every family is so individualized and so unique, and it's amazing that we just get to meet every one of them kind of right where they're at.
Well, I'm enjoying actually getting, I've known about St. Louis Crisis Nursery for as long as I can, I don't know, long time, really old. At least you're 30 years. But, sometimes you don't really understand the scope of it and what you have to offer and what's really going on. It's not like a nursery where all these babies are in there. Sometimes people can get confused.
Yeah.
This is about, like you said, from birth to 12 years old, and all of the educational and more that you can provide besides being able to provide, actual physical items they may need.
Absolutely, yes. It's amazing everything that we do, and a lot of times people don't know everything that we do, and so I was really excited whenever Diane had asked me if I would come and just share a little bit about family empowerment, because we do love that we provide those wraparound services, and that even when kiddos do leave the nursery, we're still there for them. We're still showing up.
Yeah. Well, this is a great night for us to be able to help with this celebrity night crisis for the Crisis Nursery, which of course is taking place all over different cities. Right now, we're in our city of St. Charles at Streets of St. Charles, which is such a great place, isn't it? It's this was so cool when this started getting established, and it just keeps growing and growing, and you feel kind of like you're on like vacation when you come through here. There's, we're inside Prasino right now, which we love this restaurant, and then gosh, right, you got the Bar Louie and Cafe Napoli, and then you've got your ice cream, and there's shopping. You can go shopping. Of course, you can live here or stay in a hotel. There's a couple of them at each end, and I think you got tacos. So there's so much to offer within this. So it's great that that you were able to work that out, and they brought you in as family to be able to support and have this event here. And I know that it was here last year as well, and we look forward to hopefully it just keeps growing and growing throughout the years and getting bigger and bigger. So.
Absolutely, we are excited to be here, and yeah, absolutely, we are very grateful.
Well, thank you so much. That's Kayla Stratman, Crisis Nursery Family Empowerment Program Social Worker. Well, you couldn't put that on a T-shirt if you don't.
I know. I need a bigger
I
name
almost
tag.
couldn't fit it on the screen.
Try to put that on your nameplate in your office.
I know, right?
Well, thank you so much, Kayla. We appreciate it, and we look forward now to getting to meet Julie Hernandez. Thanks, Kayla. Hi, Julie. Come on over. Welcome to In Your City Show. We are a new podcast this year. We've taken ourselves from the radio airwaves to where we could actually move around to different cities, wherever that might be, bringing you different events, different locations, different businesses, and being able to meet people and just allow them to experience things that maybe they didn't know about. So St. Louis Crisis Nursery, hopefully people who don't know about it or maybe knew of it but didn't know what it was, they're able to experience it. I'm going to go ahead and put it this way, and then that way hopefully Gordon will be able to tell if it's in the camera. And so, of course, again, we're out here at Prasino Live. There's other restaurants that are taking part of this to be able to raise money for an incredible cause, which is the Crisis Nursery. And I did not know myself how much you have grown and all the different, locations that are opening their doors and their arms to be able to, help families and children. So we applaud you for that. And Julie, let's see, you are the Crisis Nursery Volunteer Manager. You always think, gosh, is there anything more important in an organization than, of course, you need money. I mean, you can't do anything without the money, because the money is what you need to buy all the supplies and take care of those in need. But there is no possible way that any organization out there can survive without volunteers. First of all, a team is usually, you see these big organizations and you think, oh gosh, they probably have all these people doing things. Sometimes there are 2 people to 5 people, maybe 10. I'm not sure what you have on your team, but it's very little to do all of these huge, huge things that make a difference in community. So volunteers are everything. So kudos to you for being the leader of that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. One thing I always say about the nursery is 100%, we could not do what we do without volunteers.
You know what I'm going to do? Your little voice is so precious and not as big and booming like mine. Boy, sorry about that. That was noisy. I'm going to let you just hold it like just start performing right now, because then we can hear you a little bit more if you're a little closer. There, we need one of those things that'll come up and give technical difficulties. There is, look who we've got celebrities in the door right now. Can't you just hang on right there? We're going to be talking to you in a hot second here.
No, you'll talk to me now.
See what happens when you celebrities come in and think they get it. He probably wanted us to have certain things for him as well when he came in the door. Like, did the rose petals get thrown out?
Yes, red carpet.
And you brought your lovely Katie with you as well. So good to see you. So we're going to find out about Kayla right now with her, the volunteer. So tell us a little bit about that and how people can join to be a volunteer.
Oh, absolutely. One thing I always say right off the bat, we absolutely could not do what we do without volunteers at the nursery. I started at the nursery almost 10 years ago working with kids and families. And 100%, I'm a kid person. I love kids. I love caring for kids and doing that part, obviously. But another...
Me too, and when they go home.
Oh, I love it. And one thing, the next thing, I was just blown away by our volunteers. At the nursery, we welcome volunteers 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They are such a vital role and an important part to what we do. Yeah. Hands-on caring for kids. I always let volunteers know, our number one priority are the kids, engaging with the kids. So our volunteers who are in the nursery with the kiddos, they are just 100% engaged with the kids, picking up the babies on the floor, building blocks outside, cooking meals. They really do it all. And the one thing the kiddos... our kiddos are so excited when volunteers come.
I call them kiddos. It's so adorable.
We welcome volunteers as young as 14 with a parent or guardian.
What a great learning experience.
Yes, it's such a good volunteer experience. And then once they're 16, they can volunteer on their own. So we have volunteers of all ages, which is a little unique too. So we have a lot of students have to complete practicums, service hours. So we have a lot of students who do that with us. But they kind of do it all as far as engaging with the kids and volunteers. When they're in the nursery, kids know that they are there to 100%, one-on-one attention, uninterrupted attention. Because when staff, when I'm reading books with the kiddo, it's like, oh, hold on, I'm going to go answer the door. Hold on, I got to get that phone call. Hold on, I got to change, a diaper. So, staff it's a fast pace. There's a lot going on too. So with volunteers,
you never know. I mean, it's not like what's going to happen from one day to the next, and things can change.
Yes,
How many volunteers do you have right now?
We have about, I want to say, we have regular, so for, like I mentioned, every day of the week, we are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So my goal is definitely to have a volunteer on shift at all times through that 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have regular volunteers. Ideally, if a volunteer is able to commit to one shift per week. We do ask that for our ongoing regular volunteers to commit to one shift per week. If they know, for example, every Thursday night they're open. So, for example, when I worked in the nursery, Miss Monica was our Friday night volunteer. She showed up rain or shine. I don't even know if she, missed maybe
Best
one or
volunteers
two.
to have.
And so it works out so well. They get to know the staff, get to know how the shift runs, and so we do try to have a volunteer on shift at all times too. So that really helps. But we have such a variety of volunteers. We have regular ongoing volunteers. We have volunteer groups, whether it's a church group, school group, company group. So maybe it's a one-time volunteer group. We have, like I mentioned, students who are completing practicum and service requirements too. So we have a variety, and we have different ways to volunteer. Some people, maybe they're not, maybe they want to volunteer in other ways besides hands-on with the kiddos or in the nursery.
Events.
Yes. So we have volunteers that are in the nursery, hands-on, helping out around our house. If you've ever been into one of our nurseries, you feel like you're walking into a house. You feel like you're walking into home. Kitchen, playroom.
That's what Diane was mentioning, that when one of the children came back a little bit later after they had received some help, and it was years later, they said when they walked in, it felt just the same. They felt the love. They felt like they were home. So that's an incredible memory to keep within your heart, that you actually felt like you were loved.
And I know when I worked in the nursery, it felt like my home. I'm walking into home, taking care of kids. And, so we have in the nursery with the kiddos helping out around the house. You can imagine all the things we need done at our own house. We need done times 10 at the nursery.
Exactly.
So that's always an obvious way to volunteer, but also helping out with our yards, our gardens, at our events. We have also volunteers who do stuff remotely. So we have volunteers who make hygiene kits. Maybe they have a really, really large group that maybe our we may not be able to accommodate maybe like a group of 50, let's say. So because we don't want to overwhelm the kids with the number of volunteers in house, so we are mindful of that. But we still have opportunities if a group, for example, of that large wants to do something. They could maybe make hygiene kits. They can make the fleece blankets. Every kiddo that comes to the nursery, they have.
Be like Kent Ehrhardt and come and volunteer for the event tonight, right?
Absolutely. We always need event volunteers. Definitely a ton of remote opportunities. There's outdoor opportunities in the nursery. And sometimes, I have people
And
that
with so many nurseries, which is how many now?
We have 5 nurseries. We have 5 nurseries. We have St. Charles and West. We have North County, City Centene, and also Winsville. So we're
And
pretty
then
spread out.
Lincoln, that's getting ready to open.
Those
right?
are, we have, I think we're up to 11 outreach centers with
Wow,
Lincoln
that's
County.
incredible.
Okay,
we're
so
spread out.
so there's
definitely.
the nurseries, but then there's the outreach centers. Then, so you have 2 different.
Yep,
Okay.
nurseries are where we're actually caring for
For
kids.
the children.
The outreach centers is where, for example, Kayla and the Family Empowerment Team,
Got
that's
it.
where they have their home base. But anybody, one thing that's so unique about the nursery, anybody can reach out if they need help with diapers, wipes, formula, food bags, especially formula earlier this year with that formula shortage. Any of those outreach centers as well as nurseries are
So
open.
good to know.
Anybody can call. Sometimes I get questions, is there any requirements or, does a family have to be working with an agency or be referred to us? Anybody can call us if they
Fantastic.
need help.
So if someone is interested in being a volunteer, what do they need to do?
Oh, wonderful. I love that. Definitely reach. Easiest way to get a hold of me is send me an email, and I can definitely get them started with, kind of depends on if they want to be an ongoing volunteer, if they're looking for a one-time group opportunity. They send me an email. I'll send them all that information, get them started.
Can they do that through the website?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. My email is on the website, julie@crisisnurserykids.org. I'm here to answer all questions and help them and kind of see what best way they want to volunteer, and I'll get them started for sure.
Well, what a lovely personality you have, and you
Oh,
have to
thank you.
have that patience and infectious type personality to be able to take care of those kiddos, as you call
Aw,
them.
yeah.
So thank you for all you do, because it's so important, and it's so important to have volunteers. Can't stress enough. If you're out there and you're somebody that's looking for something to do, whether it be once a year, once a day, or once a month, get a hold of you so that you can be able to have that opportunity to see if it fits your needs. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, have fun tonight. Again, we're live out here in your show podcast at Prasino here at Streets of St. Charles. There's different locations going on all over that are supporting and helping the Crisis Nursery tonight. I mean, one drink, one appetizer, maybe a dessert, whatever it might be, you can be able to purchase that, and that's going to be able to help Crisis Nursery. So appreciate it. If you can't get out tonight, you can always find another way to help. So thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much, Julie.
again.
Julie Hernandez with the Crisis Nursery. She is in charge of the volunteer. So now we're going to speak to a volunteer, so to speak. He's a celebrity, and he's here tonight because he is helping to raise money. He is he's actually running around going, get a ticket from me so I look good. Get
Yeah,
over
he's
here,
trying to
Ken.
steal all our people.
So if you watch Channel 4, maybe you're checking out the weather early in the morning, and maybe you're going on to Great Day St. Louis. Here he is, the one and only Kent Ehrhardt. How are you, dear? I feel like we're back in time when, the old KTRS days
What's up,
going
brother?
on.
Good to see you.
You were on the radio just
I'm actually going to
recently.
be on KTRS.
Well, you were just on. Gordon said, what was
a
it,
couple
last
of weeks
week or
ago,
whatever?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Said
then
you were on with
that was for
Julie.
John.
Yeah.
And then I'm filling in for Heidi. A few days before Labor Day, and then a few days right after Labor Day.
Still letting you in over there.
Yeah, they are. They didn't catch
So
me
you
yet.
and Josh, huh?
Me and Josh.
That's
yeah.
going to be fun.
The thing is, I actually want to hear you and John together.
Yeah, we've
that
done
would
it.
be
We've
fun.
done it a couple of times, but it gets so abrasive that I think
just
that
gonna say,
it turns people off.
Who can make fun of who the most, maybe, or something
That's kind
like
of
that?
what it ends up being.
Putting good
like
friends
that.
together. So how's it going on Channel 4?
Everything's good at Channel 4. We're excited about our morning show. It's first week of school, so we're going. This morning I was out in East St. Louis at Mason Clark Middle School. Yesterday I was in Collinsville. Next week, tomorrow I'm in Wentzville.
You're like on the road.
Yeah, and every day next week in the morning, were at a different school for
Did you-
either the first day of school or the first week of school.
Did you request your own bus with your face on it, the Kent on the Road Again, and your own theme song?
You know me too well. No, but it's like this morning we were in East St. Louis and you know, let's be honest, it can be a rough neighborhood over there, and you worry about not about me, but I mean you worry about what kinds of people and kids you're going to run into, and they could not have been nicer people,
Yeah.
and the parents are so involved and the teachers are so dedicated, and the kids were fantastic.
I love hearing that.
I could not have loved every minute of it more, really. And it's just exciting getting a flavor of every school and the spirit and that they have and
All the back to school pictures are up on the,
Yeah.
on the Facebook right now. And then people that don't have any kids, oh, look, is it Bella? Is that
Yeah, I think
Bella? So that some of
Gotta
the people
catch
that
up
are
with my
coming.
Disney shows 'cause I kinda
we
forgotten the
get a little bit out of
we
the.
should have dressed
Yeah.
up Katie, because Katie
We
used to
should
be a
have.
Disney character in Disneyland when she was when she was
What character were you, Katie?
she was Bella
You were Bella?
for a while.
Aw.
Mary Poppins.
Ariel? Don't you? Oh my gosh, you were all of them. She's like,
And
do you ever dress up
at the
ever,
same time?
Ken?
Well, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
She was.
She's got all kinds of costumes she
I-
pulls out. So are you ever Beauty and he's the Beast?
Yeah, let's get the pretty partner on here.
That's how it works. No, my claim to fame was, gosh, when I was 25 years old, so I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but I
Just a couple days ago.
originated the human Belle at Disneyland. The movie I got to see the movie before everybody else got to see the movie. They made the costumes around me. Did all the
You were the
character
first.
showings, the parades, and the shows.
Oh, no.
So
She's cooler than you, Ken.
Very much cooler than me. She was also a
Lot
Rams,
prettier, too.
a Rams cheerleader at that time
Oh.
too.
So does she tumble around the house for you as well
No,
and do
but
little
all
cheers?
I can say is that she can still fit in the cheerleader costume.
Sweet.
I can't really say much more than that.
So you do make her put it on then.
I don't know. Do you still have
that's
it,
a
or
lot
did they
of
let you keep it? I don't
information.
even know. I've never seen
A
it.
lot of info here tonight. That's
We're-
what we.
yeah.
Where were you a second ago, Katie? That's what started the conversation. She wasn't paying attention to
No,
us at
but
all.
they do that. They'll have characters walking around tonight, and the
Which
people
makes it
that
so
just
fun.
it does. But it's also for the people that just happened to wander in here for dinner and didn't know anything
Wonder what
about
the
it.
heck's going on.
And we're walking around in aprons asking for money. But the funny thing is that for 25 years, I'm in my 25th year at Channel 4, and
Wow.
it seems like I could be wrong, but it seems like for that entire time, we have been supporters of Crisis Nursery, and I know that it goes all the way back to Alan Cohen had a big commitment to Crisis when they were just getting on their feet, and that has continued for many, many years, and it's an easy sell
Yeah.
because especially for the people that get involved, and even if they just go over and hold children and
Right.
whatever, I mean, they are so sold on the program and what they're doing, and that's why I say I think it's an easy sell, and we support them as much as we possibly can in any way that we can, and we have for several years, and that will continue, I hope, for years to come.
And that's what's so great about, like Channel 4, yourself, that you find the commitment to keep putting yourself out there to be able to help. And that's nice to be in that position to be able to do that, because that's what it takes for people to really learn and be educated about it, is by being part of it and getting it out there and letting people know.
Yep, and I should add that the same goes for every other media partner in this market. You're going to see people out here from all the radio stations, all the television stations, because it is an important part of our community and has been for a long time. They've certainly proven themselves.
Right.
You know, I mean, there are so many groups out there that ask for your money and deserve support, and they come and they go. But this has been a real stalwart, and we want to see, and they continue to expand as the need expands.
incredible.
They expand, and the service that they provide, and the protection, and the security, and everything else is
But just like Julie, who's part of it, she's in charge of the volunteers. I mean, she's talking about how hands-on they're in there, they're holding these children, they're taking care of them. This this is much more than what you can imagine that goes on that they do.
Yep, and we provide, they run a diaper program every year because they go through, I don't even know how many hundreds of thousands of diapers in a year.
Pooper troopers,
Pooper
did you?
troopers.
That's it.
I mean, can you get better than that than
Not
having
really.
pooper troopers?
I don't even think, are you allowed to say pooper troopers in Prasino's? I don't even know.
Maybe not. Hopefully that's not on the menu, right?
Yeah, I hope we're not being aired out there.
Well, I know you've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, and you know what? It's fun. It's John will be here soon, and it's always good to see him and spend time with him. And he's a character, and
Yes,
and this
he
is one of
is.
those that you run into other media people, as you know, that you don't
Yeah,
you see
you don't
him
get to
once
see.
or twice a year, and
Right.
and people that work the morning shift. We're all walking around yawning.
I was just going to say, what time are you still going into work in the morning?
Get there about 3:30.
Wow.
Yeah. So up
You
at
just
2.
say bye, or do you even wake up?
No, she sleeps in a different room. Yeah.
So she doesn't get woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already there. Not unless she wears her cheerleading outfit.
I was not going to go there, and you did.
Kent, you're about to get
I'm
just
getting
get
bumped.
knocked down the platform here with the
understand.
gorgeous
I
Miss
can
Missouri that
understand.
just walked in
Yeah.
right now.
I'll definitely give up my microphone for Miss Missouri.
Ken, it's so great to see you and
It's
be
good
able
to
to
see
sit
you
next
too.
to you and talk to you and have
We
some
had a
fun
lot
with
of
you
fun
again.
at KTRS.
We did have a lot of fun. When I got to talk,
Oh, stop.
right? Does
Stop.
Ken, when Ken gets the mic, it's like he's performing and singing a song, and there's just, I mean, every once in a while I'd get a tap dance.
And Gordon's looking at you like, what?
He's
What are
saying
you?
that-
No. Yeah. Exactly.
every once in a while he gets a tap dance.
Kent knows. Have you heard who's been doing all the talking here, Kent?
They're waving his arms. Gordon,
Luckily,
Gordon
I'm
literally,
making the show look good.
Gordon literally raises his hand when he wants to talk.
And I can't even see him because he's behind me, so I don't even know.
Like Mr. Cotter.
Oh my gosh. Kent Ehrhardt, when
Great
can
to
they
see you.
see you on TV?
Mondays through Fridays from 4 until 7 on
Set your
News
alarm.
4 this morning, and then during the CBS Morning News, and then Great Day St. Louis every morning.
Which is a great show.
at
But
9 to 10.
pun on words there.
We've you know what, that's turned into a real career highlight.
Yeah.
It really has. I mean, because it's not
Should be
often you
proud.
get to do
Yep.
something like that, and the way they craft it so that we have our clients, but we get to have fun as well. And
Yeah.
and I think that hopefully it shows, and we do a little GDXL afterwards. We call it Great Day Extra Live online, and
I didn't know that.
It should be like GD After Dark, because it gets really, it gets pretty racy sometimes.
'Cause Kent's on it, that's
well,
why.
that might be part of it.
Well, you're awesome. We love
you,
and adore
dear.
you, and
Love
so
you
glad that
guys.
we
You
can
do
call you
such
a
a great
friend.
job.
And we look forward to getting to see you and having some fun again soon. Okay?
And going
All right.
Christmas caroling.
Yes. Oh my gosh, at John's house.
Yeah, how fun was that?
I just mumble because I'm not a very good singer.
You
So
just lip
and
read.
you take it so serious, so it makes me nervous.
We do the harmony sometimes, you know.
Well, yeah, and there's sometimes you just got to walk away from certain people that's singing next to us because, like, you can't sing next to them.
That's probably me he's talking about then.
Exactly,
Thanks,
exactly.
Kent. I'll give
Thanks
you a
for
hug in a
doing
little
this.
bit. We'll get
All
some
right.
photo moments.
It's burning up in here. I'm so hot in here. Why is it so hot in here?
It's because of you. Maybe Claire. Thanks, Kent. Oh, I'm so glad we get to say hello, Claire. Come on over. You just booted Kent right off.
Oh gosh, so sorry.
Beauty, over whatever Kent is. He's just
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. See in a little bit. So we're so excited. So, we highlighted you in the St. Charles County City
Yes.
Lifestyle magazine when you were just competing. So your beautiful face, and we told everybody about you, and then lo and behold, I get an email that you have won the pageant.
Yes. It was wild.
I'm
yes.
going to have you
Okay,
hold
can
this
you hold
just
it?
like Kent did because it's so far away that it makes it, oh gosh, I'm trying not to destroy it. There we go. I could have just did that. All right.
test.
There we go.
Okay,
You got it.
perfect.
You know how to hold that
Yes.
mic. And we're not going to ask you any hard questions like they do in the pageant.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nothing about world peace.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, you originally contacted me when I held my local title.
Right.
And so for those of you that don't know, in order to go to the state title, you have to win a local title. So my local title was titled Miss Spirit of St. Louis, and I was very fortunate enough to get that on my first try. Actually, a year ago today, I wasn't even signed up for my local pageant, at all. So it's definitely been a whirlwind of a year, and it just shows how much a year can do. But I had my local title at that time, and then I competed about a month later for Miss Missouri. And here we are today.
There you are. That's fantastic.
Thank
and I know
you.
you're going to be joining us at our event
Yes,
as well aboard the
I'm
Miss
so
Augusta.
excited.
So glad
Miss
that
Missouri
you can.
on the Miss Augusta.
I can't wait.
You're going to have to hold something that says Miss Augusta and then get your picture taken as Miss Missouri.
Fabulous.
So how fun is it walking around? I could just imagine waking up in the morning and putting my crown on to leave the house. I would really like that.
I mean, it's definitely, it took a while to sink in. I have to admit, about 2 weeks ago, I think, is when I finally took everything in. The first week was just a whirlwind of a week, but it's a lot of fun, and putting on your crown and sash are definitely just the icing on the cake, but just knowing the impact that you make on people's lives is really remarkable.
And that's what's so much fun. So how did you decide that, hey, I think I want to do this and compete? What brought you on to that?
So really funny stories. So a common question I get asked is, how long have you been competing? Because it's a lot of girls' lifestyle,
yeah.
and they do it for years and years and years. But
Right.
actually, I've been a dancer. So I've been dancing since about the age of 3.
Oh, you and Katie should meet then.
Yeah.
Kit and
Oh,
Kate.
okay.
Yeah, she's a dancer, and she works at stages teaching, I guess, performing and that
Very
too
cool.
with kids. You guys are going to have to become best friends now.
I would love to. But yeah, so I've been a dancer since the age of 3, and last year I was getting ready to go into my senior year at the University of Missouri. So I was senior year, I was student teaching because my degree is in elementary education, and then I was also co-captain of the Mizzou Golden Girls dance team. So definitely I had a busy year ahead, and when I was working my summer job, a lady came into the store and she kept looking at me, so I finally said, "Can I help you find anything?" And she said, "Well, do you have a talent?" And I thought,
Do you have a talent?
and I was like, okay, maybe she recognizes me from Golden Girls, but no. I said, I dance. And she said, well, you need to join our pageant. And I was beside myself. And by the time I went on my break at my job, she found me on Facebook. So I went home and I said, Mom, you're never going to believe this. And we thought, oh, this would be fun. But you have senior year to finish out. You need to focus on your career and everything. But then after I became more educated about the Miss America organization and what everything entailed, I knew the week in September when paperwork was due, and that was always creeping up in my head. And so I honest and truly, last minute, like the minute before paperwork was due, I submitted everything. And with
Really?
paperwork, you have to submit a resume and like your birth certificate and all the things to make sure you're eligible, but then
Sure.
a social impact initiative. So mine's all about childhood cancer awareness and pediatric cancer. And so the next weekend was the competition, is what we call it now. And I had a football game the Saturday before. I came back Saturday night. The Sunday was the competition. And then when I won, they said, congratulations, you're going to Miss Missouri. And my heart kind of like sunk and exploded in all the emotions. So it's just been a crazy journey,
And
but
then
I'm
here
just
you
so
are
thrilled that
with
I
a
took
beautiful
the
crown.
leap of faith. Yes, thank you.
So what kind of thing, here you are tonight supporting the St. Louis Crisis Nursery
Yes.
event, which we're at Prasino, and raising money so that we can help raise their goal of $85,000 to help keep 250 children safe. And you, I'm sure, appreciate that so much, being that you're wanting to be an elementary school teacher.
Absolutely.
And I was going to be a teacher too.
Oh.
And you know how you have to do your student observing and then you do your student teaching. And you go into different schools to do that. And it really can affect you as a teacher going in and seeing, you think of all these cute little kids, and not all of them, I don't care what school district you're in, not all of them have cute little lives.
Sure.
And there's a lot going on at home, or they come to school, they haven't had a bath or shower, or they haven't had breakfast because there's not enough food in the home. And that is very difficult, being a teacher and being in that room, because you want to take them home and save them and take care of them. And it's people like St. Louis Crisis Nursery that can help those families that are in need. Of course, they have to ask for it, but as a teacher, that's really hard to see children in need. I can't think of anything that hurts me more than knowing a child in need.
It's definitely, it's very hard, but that's what makes it so rewarding. And I always like to say that teaching is a service-oriented profession,
It
just
is.
for that simple aspect. And I remember when I was student teaching, I would come back to my apartment and I would just be so drained for so many reasons, but I felt this emotional pull toward my students, and you just can't help but just think about them 24 hours a day, But it brings me not much comfort knowing that you have 8 hours a day with them. So as long as you give them your best 8 hours, then sometimes you're doing so much more for them than you could ever imagine. So St. Louis Crisis Nursery is certainly helping us on that mission and just helping children all around, especially in the St. Louis area. Which
Can
is
you
just
imagine
incredible.
the kids in her classroom?
Can
I sit by you, teacher?
I was just thinking that poor kids, poor boys are going to have such a hard time just concentrating. What were we talking about?
Of course you
Oh,
would say
goodness.
that.
Well,
Hey,
you know
I remember what it was like. I had a really pretty teacher in 3rd grade, and it was like I would just couldn't concentrate. I was just
Couldn't concentrate.
Well, you know, I will say the
He's
boys
still
do
like
love
that.
The Crown. Toward the end of the year, I did a project with them which related to writing letters of courage to patients with cancer, which
I
was
love
really,
that.
it was so special to kind of bring all my worlds together. But I brought up my crown and sash, and I passed it around for all of them to hold. And some of the boys were shy, and I was like, come on, just hold it. And they loved it too. So it brought a lot of fun into it, and it's just really cool for them to
Absolutely.
see
That's
their
awesome.
teacher turn into someone else. And
Right.
yeah, it's just magical.
So now you're going to go on to compete.
At the Miss America competition in December.
Where's it going to be at?
It's going to be in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun.
That sounds cool.
Yes, it's a casino, and they have not announced the official date yet because we're waiting for Mohegan Sun to announce it, but it will be in December. I've just heard.
In December?
Yes.
Ooh, holiday time.
Yes, so bring your warm winter coats and cute winter outfits. I'm definitely really thrilled.
And you have to do your talent, so you'll be dancing.
I will be dancing.
What song do you dance to? Are you allowed to say?
Well,
Or is it top
not
secret?
technically, yes. It's
No.
kind of
Top secret.
She
Someone
can't
might
let-
steal it.
Can't let the competition
No,
know
sorry.
what's happening.
But I guess you'll have to tune in to Miss America or come to Connecticut.
Oh my
to
gosh,
see
I'm
it.
so going to tune in because I want to see you
I'm gonna
up
say
there
it
and
right
see
here.
and see you win.
You're a shoe-in. You're going to win.
Oh my gosh! You know our friend Sandy Miller. She was on Channel 2
Fox 2
anchor,
News,
Fox
yeah.
2 News. She's just recently retired from that position, but she was Miss Missouri many moons ago. I actually judged the Miss Missouri pageant, like what you were just in. 20 years ago, whatever it was, a long time ago. Sandy had brought me in to judge in that, and she was kind of emceeing and hosting it because she
Wait a
had
minute.
been Miss
Let me
Missouri.
think about this. She brought you in to judge, and she won?
No. Miss, I'm so sorry. I kind of said too many things at one time. Sandy was a winner, and she was second runner-up to Miss America. She didn't win, unfortunately. She should have, but
That's still
she
incredible.
was
Second
still
runner-up.
a
Oh, my
runner-up.
goodness.
And but so she came back to kind of help the pageant, over the years, I guess, doing things. And so that year she was there. I had happened to judge, and it's just such an experience, and there's just so many beauties going around with the smile and the questions, and it's really hard it's actually really hard to pick that one person, but one will resonate when you're a judge. You will have one that will just resonate with your heart, and you just feel it in every ounce of your bone. It's kind of funny how the judges all seem to see the same thing. So I'm sure, I can't imagine, you must have been like sunshine walking into the room. She's like the
I
sun,
know.
you're just sunshine. You can tell that everything you're saying is, you're a very good actress, if not, because I feel she's very legit, don't you?
Yeah, I do too.
I
yeah,
mean-
it comes off that way.
And then she just keeps going. And then I'm an elementary school teacher, and then I do this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're just like perfect.
Well, I
They had to
definitely
write
like
a
to keep
book on
myself
it.
then I
busy.
sleep for 1
That's
hour,
for
and then I'm
sure.
back at it.
But kind of going on about the Miss Missouri organization, being so new, I didn't really have any idea. And
Sure.
after going through the week, it's definitely a long and draining week, but it's really special to kind of educate the general public that it's really a scholarship-based organization
Yes.
too. And so within the face of competition, you have a private interview, which is when the judges meet you first. And then you do your talent, and then you have an onstage interview, and then you walk in your evening gown as well. So definitely encompasses all things. So they're really looking for that well-rounded individual. And I know so many young women competing in the organization, they have gone to pursue their master's degrees or
yeah.
continue with their higher education. And so anyone that's listening, if you're looking for some scholarship money, I know this might sound cliche, but seriously take a look into the Miss Missouri organization because
Absolutely.
they
Do
provide
you
so
have a
many great
talent?
opportunities. Yes.
Remember what she said to you? Do you have a talent?
Yes. Yes. And you
I'm not just a pretty face.
yeah, so you'd be able you have a talent and speak to people and just overall just be a wonderful person and definitely service oriented as well. And so you all have your own little cause that you promote, and so mine's childhood cancer.
Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much. Oh, Claire, you're just lovely. Miss Missouri right here sitting next to us. And she's going to go on. You watch it. It's in December. Wait to find out the date because this is going to be our next Miss America. And you heard it first here.
That's right.
Okay, can I say one more thing?
Yes.
If you're looking for Miss Missouri at any appearance or anything you may need, just go ahead and email Miss Missouri Biz, B-I-Z, manager at gmail.com. I'm just always looking to get out into the community more and just serve our state better. So.
I love how she knows exactly where the camera is, too. That was awesome.
I found it, right?
She found it
They
already.
trained
Pretty
us to
little,
do
but
that.
yeah, it was pretty little.
Thank you
Well,
so
thank you
much.
so much. Great to
and
meet
we'll
you.
see you out there as well.
Yes, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, Claire. Enjoy your evening, and I'm sure everybody. We shouldn't even try. They're all going to give her her tickets, not
Yeah,
ours.
gonna get all the money. As long as the money's going
You know what?
to them.
We would love that. We are actually going to finish up the show now, and we are going to do photo sessions. See you in a minute. All right, how fun.
wow.
We met some great people tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, and how fun, getting to meet Claire, and because she's been in our magazine, but never personally meet her, getting to see our friend Kent, and, talk to actually, the operation manager here at Prasino, the people that are behind it, and as well as the people, of course, most importantly, the people that are behind the St. Louis Crisis Nursery.
I know, what amazing people and what a great organization it is just to...
She was on longer than
That would be Kent Ehrhardt right now. He is a little upset that Miss Missouri got more attention than he did.
wow.
Now we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should go help raise some money
yeah,
now, right?
we should go raise some
So
money.
the auction closes, we want to remind them, at 8 p.m. So if you are, listening live right now on Facebook, of course, if you're watching this later on the podcast, which of course our show In Your City is loaded up to all your favorite podcast sites, wherever it is that you watch it, and you're going to be like, whoa, can I get an auction item? Well, if you're watching a little bit later, unfortunately, since we're live, the auction will be over. But if you're listening right now and you want to take part, you don't even have to be here to take part into the auction. You went right online and took care of that, right?
Right. And here's a really cool thing, if you're listening live right now, is that they do have some vacations on there, some great beach vacations.
Yeah.
And remember this, ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
when you purchase a vacation, it's tax deductible when you do it at an auction like this.
Oh, and just when we thought we were going to be done,
I thought so.
it is not
over
over
here. Sit down.
until the cows come home.
We got to do one more.
All right, we're not going to be able to leave. We thought we were leaving,
The
but
mic fell on the ground.
it fell on the ground.
Yeah.
We dropped the mic.
No, Miss Missouri dropped the mic.
we can't leave the show without getting John Carney on here with us.
What did I warn you about being cute again?
Now, Kent will get a little jealous, if you get to talk longer. He already just came in here and had a fit that
little
Miss Missouri,
jealous? I get it.
Miss Missouri got more time than he did, and so he got offended.
See,
by
we were
it.
going to wonder when
Everyone's
you guys
offended.
were going to do a show together
No.
on
no.
KTRS.
Yeah.
No, he shows up when I get sick, so he always hopes that, it's like, here, eat some more salt on there. Put some sodium on there.
Let's make him not feel well, so he'll come
Why
in.
does hubby's microphone glow? Mine doesn't do that.
It's a little bit
Elvis
more important.
Yeah,
than
You
I
like that? I
am.
knew you would like that.
How do you do that?
It's
amazing.
just hooked up. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is amazing. How many years have you guys, I know this is your interview, sorry. How many years have you done this?
You mean the Crisis Nursery?
Yeah.
Shoot, I did it before I met him. So I would say it's at least 9 or 10 years I've been involved with the celebrity waiter part.
Right.
Remember West County Mall?
Yeah. Well, we did this at Monarch the first year, and that's maybe 20
I was
years
gonna say,
ago.
I wasn't involved then, and I don't ever remember it being there.
And you guys are going to kick yourself that you weren't part of it then, because I was dressed as a Hooters girl.
Do you have any of those pictures that you might decide to pull out of,
You know how
the
you try
archive?
to block visions coming into your head, and I couldn't.
That might be one of them.
Orange shorts, the blonde hair, the half shirt, the whole deal going.
Maybe you'll do that for Christmas caroling this year.
No, probably it'd be a little cold for that, but I made a lot of money because they were paying me to leave their table. So whatever it takes. This is a great
That's what you got
event.
to do. It really is. I mean, it's fantastic. We were just saying that we're going to make sure everybody knows 8 p.m. because if you're watching this live right now, of course, 8 p.m. the auction closes. Did you bid on anything?
I just walked in. I haven't done any of that
You
yet.
can go online before you even got here.
I know there's a
if you weren't even
trip.
here.
They're giving a trip away.
Yeah.
One Cardinal Way. We just got done with a cancer radiothon for the men's group against cancer all day on the radio.
You have always been involved
So-
with that. You do a lot of great things.
Today, that's all I've done today is charity stuff. What about me? What are people doing for me right now?
They're listening to
No.
you. Isn't that enough?
Oh yeah, it is actually.
That is
It pays the
probably
bills.
enough. pays the
Sorry, I
bills.
didn't mean to snap.
And you look and look at John. He just
cramping.
happens to
I'm
be
sorry.
like promoting his Carney kids.
Oh, these old rags? I didn't even realize.
I didn't even realize.
Didn't
You know,
even
I want
realize.
to be honest right now. This is probably the first time that I have seen you in what you might call a normal shirt. Normally
You say men's clothing. Is
Quite
that what you're
flamboyant.
or
with
maybe
the shirts.
something that maybe you should wear.
I actually had a couple of shirts, and Kelly goes, "You should give that one to John."
saying? Oh yeah, that would fit on my arm.
He comes out. I remember we had bananas all over it. I mean, you never really know, and sometimes it may not even match with the lower part that you're, put
Wow,
with it.
I'm so glad I came in here. I'm just
There's
nice
nobody that dresses like you. You're one of a kind.
Comedy Central roast to help the children.
And I wonder why he dresses like that, because he's on radio. It's like nobody can see
No
him.
one can see him. Thank God, is really what it is.
But I looked through pictures and back to high school. All I ever wore were Hawaiian shirts and things.
Even
where,
back then,
Really?
where people were like, "Whoa, that's weird."
you had your own style always.
We can call it a style.
That's
Yeah.
why you're in radio.
We were all experimenting with things back then.
Notice you didn't get hired on TV,
No.
unlike Kent.
Well, there was that
The
episode
model.
of Cops I was on.
Was it? I think that was just one of those video cameras in the car, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, people asked me to do the impression when I was on the episode of Cops. So real quick,
There.
was this TV too? There, I'll just.
TV.
It's like
this
this.
is TV. Big
Yeah.
time.
Guys, don't smoke my Marlboros, woman! As they're taking me out of the trailer. Hi, Mom.
You still got a job. It's unbelievable.
I did today, but
He's
you
still
know.
getting paid.
It's always my favorite with cop shows. They beat the crap out of you, then they pick you up, and as soon as they put you in the car, they say, "Okay,
Watch your head.
Yeah.
They're worried about your head."
Well, it's like we're also going to put this guy to death. He's been on death row. But make sure you clean that needle first. Because we wouldn't want his death to be unpleasant.
So, I know we're here for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery, not just for you, but we are here for that. But you do have your Carney's Kids, which is a really cool organization. And you should probably tell people, because when it comes to helping kids, there's nothing better than that.
When we started, thank you. When we started 21 years ago, one of my 4 charities was the Crisis Nursery.
Really? Okay.
And they still are. We give them, a few $1,000s. We don't.
So to make sure people understand, you raise money for other organizations.
Right, and we're up to 32 charities.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. Next thing we'll do will be trivia night, Halloween weekend, in conjunction with the Missouri Restaurant Association.
Oh, fantastic.
So
You're big with the food and that, which is awesome.
And that'll be costumes and stuff too. So you'll see me back.
We
in my
need to be part of that.
Gordo's hand-me-downs. I'll be wearing.
I'm just reminding myself of the first time I met John Carney, and it was at the Tenacious Eats.
I was going to say,
and we were at
it really
No,
made
it
a
was
memory.
Tenacious Eats, and I was parking the car, and he was behind me. Yes. And it was for your favorite show, Elf.
Elf.
Mine too.
I love it.
And I was backing up, and he was getting frustrated because he had to get in there. You got out of the car.
Wasn't he in his van? Didn't he have his van?
Yeah.
And he was driving a
Dilapidated
condominium.
van.
He was driving a condominium.
That was my first experience with John Carney. He was yelling at me
You
because
were
I was
emceeing that
taking so
night.
long to park.
I do remember that now.
Come
I
in all.
couldn't tell how big you were when you were in the car. And that's
That was
what
like
I
one
always
of our
do.
first dates too. Way to make it memorable.
I just saw what you were wearing. I felt sorry for you, so I just walked away.
I do what I can.
So
I
back
hope
to
you've gotten
Carney's
better
Kids, though.
about parking.
So I got to keep you two on cue now. Come on, tell about Carney's Kids. So now you're up to 32.
Yeah.
And you have a trivia night coming up.
That'll
Halloween
be-
weekend.
Yeah, and if you go to carneyskids.org, tickets went on sale today.
All right. We need to make sure that we put that in our events calendar. We need to
can't
get some
afford
after
to
press.
buy advertising. in
Hey,
your
we
periodical.
give you free press is what we do. That's what we're about.
That I can afford.
When it comes to organization, like we love businesses, they always, they think somehow this magazine's that beyond comprehension of what it costs to get out every month, that it's just free. Can you just put us in for free?
Isn't it?
But when it comes to charities and organizations that we know
do
need
that.
help, we figure out a way.
You guys do an awful lot of that
We
too.
do.
And when there's an event, it's amazing. You're always there. And
We
I
try
would
to be.
think there's so many things going on that would be like, all right, Gordon, I need you to go this, this, and this, and I'll be in this, this, and this, and this. But
Sometimes
unless
it
you
happens.
Photoshop, there's pictures of you together at every one of these things.
And we still like each other.
It's pretty amazing.
Body doubles. But you guys do great work too.
Well, we're going to have fun tonight, raising some money for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Get out here, get a drink, an appetizer, whatever it might take, so you can be able to support this great organization. And we thank you for all that you do, too, because, Carney's Kids is awesome, and you're helping organizations like this with what you do. And we are going to make sure we go on and find out about the trivia Halloween weekend.
Carney'sKids.org is where you can do that. So thank you very
All
much
right.
for the press.
We'll be out there.
So we're going to go get money from some of these
do it.
unsuspecting
We're going to go pull
diners?
it right out of their purse or their wallet if we have to.
All right,
We don't do
fabulous.
things the easy way. We just get in, take it, and run.
I'm in. Love the
Thanks,
show.
John.
Never miss it.
When are you on again?
I dropped this again on the.
Hey, John
That's like
drops the mic.
Well, we quit doing the radio show. It's like it was like 6 months, and someone goes, "Yeah, when's your show play?" And it's like,
Can we
it's
come
been off
on?
the air for 6 months.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on with Rex Davis every weekday. So.
Every weekday. Rex Davis.
You're not St. Louis people. Rex Davis
We're like, what?
died about 40
Poor
years
Julie.
ago. Hello?
I have no clue.
I'm like, who's Rex? Has he got a dog on the show with
Can
you?
I get the check, please? I'm done here. Just a check.
Thanks, John Carney, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello, and we'll see you out there momentarily. All right, watch the cords, the lights, all the paraphernalia that we need to make us, get on the air. Like that shirt. Now we're going to close the show.
Now we're going to close the show. That's
Before
right.
someone else walks in. All right. Well, it was fun. We had a
go
good time.
raise
We have
some
like a
money.
2-hour show tonight.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's been fun.
It has been a good time. All right. We are in your city with In Your City Show, brought to you by St. Charles, Chesterfield, and Clayton City Lifestyle Magazine. If you're interested in your organization or your business that needs to share their message to over 45,000 of the most affluent homes as well as businesses, please get in touch with us. If you want the In Your City Show at your event or your place, also get in touch with us. We're on Facebook at In Your City Show. Make it really simple for you to be able to do that. Check out citylifestyle.com. You can check out all 3 of our magazines as well as over 100 magazines around the United States.
Print, digital, social media, podcasts. We've got it all covered for you.
We do. So you can listen to our show anytime you want. You can go to YouTube to In Your City Show with Kelly and Gordon. You can also go to Facebook, and then, of course, all your favorite podcast sites that you can go to. You can listen to it. You won't be able to see us live, but you'll be able to listen to the show. So I say we go spend some money so we can help raise some more money for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery.
Let's go do it.
Thanks to all our guests. And until next month, which, let's see, where are we at? September. We're going to be at the Mosaic Art Festival, September 18th. I'm not looking at my calendar, but it's a Saturday that we'll be there.
Yep.
All right. Until then,
Peace.
peace.